Yeah, I think some important advice for people is like when Next.js first kind of announced these new changes along with React for like server components and the app router and all that, a lot of people immediately flock to it. They're like, oh, this is super cool. I'm going to try this out. But I would recommend if you're kind of someone that doesn't really like all these really fast changes that are happening, don't adopt something right away when it's released. Give it a few months, maybe even a year, depending on how long the feature needs to cook. But that'll give not only the feature time to become even more stable and foolproof, but also it gives time for people to figure out what are the best practices and the ways to use this. And also, how does this compare to the old way of doing things? Because if you're the first one in there, like generally me and you probably are because we teach these things, you run into a lot of problems. There's tons of bugs. You don't really have super good documentation. There's no videos out there explaining things to you. So if you give it a few months, maybe 3, 4 months, whatever it needs to be, on how big this feature is, you can not only get past all those buggy features, you don't have to worry about them, but you also have like some set videos, standards, and documentations on like what are the actual best ways to use this thing.